What is Phuket's most well-known beach? Phuket is most likely known for its beautiful beaches more than anything else. There are more than 30 of them all over the island, so they all have different atmospheres, views, and facilities, and even types of sand. But with so many options, it's hard not to wonder which beach in Phuket is the best. Let's look at 10 of Phuket's most popular beaches. Number 1. KATA Beach. KATA Beach has everything. Beautiful soft sand, swaying palm trees, clean water with a soft seabed, good surfing in the low season and snorkeling in the high season, and a great laid-back atmosphere. At the northern end, colorful long-tail boats are moored, and you can usually find a few cheap food and drink vendors nearby. At the southern end, you can choose from hotels, restaurants, and a flow rider park at Surf House. KATA Beach is about 1.5 kilometers long, so it doesn't get too crowded either. Good for families, adventure, couples on a budget, and photographers. Freedom Beach is number 2. Freedom Beach is a 300-meter-long strip of some of the best white sand in Phuket. It is as quiet as a desert island, but also has a restaurant and beach chairs. Some of the busier beaches have jet skis, parasailing, and wandering vendors who bother you while you're trying to relax. This beach doesn't have any of those things, so it's the best place to find peace and quiet without giving up convenience. It's a little hard to get to. You can only get there by a long-tail boat or a steep path down a hill, so it feels like it's for a select few. Good for photographs, couples, families. Number 3. KATA Noi Beach. KATA Noi is next to KATA Beach, and the name means Little KATA Beach. KATA Noi is just under 700 meters long, but it is a stunning place. This beach has some of the best sand, some of the nicest water, and some of the best restaurants in Phuket. Along its length, there are only a few hotels, but those that are there are also among the best. It's much quieter than its big brother to the north, and the atmosphere is calmer and more peaceful. But you can still go surfing and snorkeling there. Good for families, adventure, couples, on a budget, photographers. Number 4. Ya Nui Beach. Ya Nui is one of Phuket's smallest beaches, but for how small it has a lot of visitors. It curves in an L shape and is less than 200 meters long. The beach has beautiful sand and water and is right next to Windmill Viewpoint, which has a beautiful view. The beach's rocky outcrop is a bit of an icon. It's easy to climb on for beautiful vacation photos, and it also makes for great snorkeling conditions. Even though it's small, there are a lot of restaurants, shops, and places to stay in the area. Good for families, adventure, couples, on a budget, photographers. Number 5. Surin Beach. Surin Beach isn't what it used to be, that's true. It used to be where some of Phuket's best beach clubs and a busy local market were, so it had a sophisticated, fun vibe. Even though that is no longer there, the beach has kept its natural beauty, with soft white sand lined by trees and clear tropical waters. The 800-meter-long beach is still a very popular place to go, and many of Phuket's best hotels, shops, and restaurants are there. Good for couples on a budget, families. Paradise Beach, number 6. The name Paradise says it all. This tiny cove near Patong is less than 200 meters long and has a small rocky headland that divides it into 2 beaches. The water is calm and the seabed is soft almost all year long. The beautiful white sand is in the shade of palm trees that look like they were taken right off the cover of a travel brochure. The little cove is where the Paradise Beach Club is, so it has a lot of great facilities, like restaurants, bars, sea kayaks, beach chairs, and more. It's also where Phuket's only beach parties, like those in Koh Phangan, happen. Good for food, nightlife, adventure, couples, photos, and families. Number 7. Nai Harn Beach. Once, the 660-meter-long Nai Harn Beach at the southern end of Phuket was a quiet, secluded place. It has been found, and the number of people who like it keeps growing. Still, because the bay isn't very big and there's a big lake almost right behind the beach, the area hasn't been built up too much, so it has kept its quiet charm. It's a family-friendly beach with soft sand, lifeguards, and a very gently sloping, soft seabed. There are also a lot of hotels, shops, and restaurants nearby. On days when there is a lot of wind, it is also a good place to kite surf. Good for couples on a budget, families. Number 8. Bangtao Beach. One of Phuket's longest beaches, Bangtao is 6 kilometers long. Along this stretch, you'll find some of the best hotels, restaurants, and beach clubs on the island. This makes it a popular place for both tourists and people who live on the island. Even though the scenery isn't as pretty and the sand isn't as soft as it is on some of Phuket's other famous beaches, Bangtao is still one of the best beaches in Phuket because it's so big and has so many things to do nearby. This just means that it's not hard at all to find a quiet place to relax. Good for couples on a budget, families. Number 9. Patong Beach. Patong would have to be on a list of Phuket's best beaches for it to be complete. The beach is definitely the most popular part of the island's coastline, but it could be said that it is a victim of its own success because it is usually busy all along its 2.5-kilometer length. But there is no place on Phuket that has a livelier vibe. The town behind the beach has a lot of great restaurants, hotels, and the best nightlife in Phuket. The beach itself has nice sand and a lot of things to do and see. Good for families, adventure, couples on a budget, and photographers. Number 10. Karan Beach. Karan Beach has the most squeaky sand in Phuket, which is an interesting fact. It is fine and soft, and when you walk on it, it makes a funny sound. It's the third longest beach in Phuket at 3.3 kilometers and is almost perfectly straight. A lot of the southern end is lined with beautiful trees, and the northern half has volleyball nets and restaurants right on the beach. The water is easy to get to, but it is known for having strong riptides in the winter. Along almost the whole length of the beach, there are almost no rocks, so you can swim without worrying about your feet getting hurt. Good for couples on a budget and families. If you would like to know the best places to stay in Phuket, check out this other video.